Alright, so here we go. Here's the initial walkthrough on this property. Poor installation, definitely insufficient base. There's running of grade up and down the slope. Nothing is consistent. It still is capable of having the joints resanded. However, there are a lot of areas that are low. You can kind of get a better idea right there. How it just kind of runs down with the grade and continues to dip in areas like that. Down here, we have settling towards the house. And also, railings were not properly installed. You have issues here on the corner of the caps. Railings are really wobbly. So it's possible we could shore those up a little bit in the holes. Plant material is really close to the retaining walls. There is calcium build up on the retaining walls as well. But other than that, just a lot of organic material. Again, you can tell capstones, that's problematic right there. You know, cracked. And you see that on most all of the railings, especially the ones going down steps where there's been pressure exerted on the railing. Now there are lights around the edge here. This is all sunk down around the edge. I'm guessing that would need to be pulled up and replaced about a foot back, actually about 5 feet back. At least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. So that would equate to about 36 inches. Again, there's a composite deck back here. But we have the mirror image of that other side on this side. Again, right up against the retaining wall, that's all settled out. Again, you've settled here. And there are steps over on this side. Again, major settling on the back side of that. Okay, on this lower terrace, the second one down, again, same issue. All along the retaining wall, backside of the steps, lights have settled out, pavers have settled out, weeds are growing in the joints, and again, a lot of efflorescence and some bigger calcium deposits. Here we have a major issue with the railing and the stability of it. That wobbles quite a bit. And again, down here, you'll notice that's anchored to the steps, which is not supposed to be. It's supposed to be independent of the steps, and that's why. Now we got a walkway that's going down here. Again, there's loose capstones on some of these walkways, so that's an issue. Again, more rolling grade here. We see these pavers up and down, all the way down through here, connecting that circular area over there to this gazebo over here. So again, we have repair work that needs to be done along this back side here, if they'd like to do that. There is moss and organic material on the back side of this wall that needs to be cleaned off. And then again, renovation on the rest of this. So again, you can see a little bit better here how that undulates. And again, right here we have stone that's got an issue. So that whole corner is going to have to be lifted up and reset. And again, retaining wall over here, it's got some efflorescence and calcium on it. And then standard circle pack right here that would need to be restored. Again, step landings, same issue. Pulling up some pavers, restoring those. I would recommend double checking all of these capstones and gluing whatever might be loose, because you can kind of see those have shifted quite a bit, the block and the wall stone. So that's a major issue on that wall. Again, pavers down here. These walls, this one and that one, as well as the third one up, according to the homeowner, these drains were newly installed. So the walls were all taken out, and these pavers and everything from here down to at least this wall right here was taken down and drained, according to her. So, and then everything was put back together. That being said, these are not installed properly. Those are already shifted. So I'm guessing that that has just one course of stone and not an embedded course. Again, more steps that'll have to be restored. And again, we have a mirror over here from the steps. They're a little bit better shape than the other side. But then we have some pavers here that would need to be reset. Now this side of the wall looks like it wasn't installed properly, so I'm guessing maybe these steps did not come out with this installation. It was just the walls, because this wall right here is already starting to lean forward. There's no negative batter on that end of the wall, so that will fail soon. Again, next tier down, same thing, coming around. All this can be restored. And the same issue over on these ends of the walls here. This one's not so bad, but the far end, there's a negative batter. Now here's essentially what was mistakenly done. There's no way to really make this look right, because this wall, when it was set in, was set at a different elevation from this wall. So they must not have either used a transit or something happened and there was an issue there. So this wall is actually higher than this wall. And you can kind of see the way that they made up for it was they put shim stones, they cut actual wedges to make this low side match up with the higher side a little bit better. And of course, even then, it still doesn't quite match. So that's a tripping hazard there. There's nothing really you can do about it other than reinstall the wall. And then on this side here, again, this wall was the one that had the batter issue. And this one down here is not so bad yet, but it should have more of a taper. Now this seawall down here looks like it's tipping forward a little bit, and nothing was done with the pavers to my understanding on this bottom side, but there's a lot of repair work along the outside edge of that seawall that would need to be done. And of course we'd have to have somebody come in and move the dock. So there we have it. So we'll digest this one, see if there's anything that we can do for her. She put it on the market. It's been sitting on the market a little bit. She's suspect that it's because of the backyard here, so we'll see what we can do with getting this at least cleaned up and a little more safe for the next homeowner. And hopefully she'll be able to sell it. Again, aluminum edging was made, or was installed along the edge here, but that's pulling up. Obviously there wasn't enough base put in initially, so that just worked its way up and out of the ground. Again, tripping hazards here. Railing is definitely an issue. And then again here, you can see this wall that's already settling out. That's starting to try to bridge on the blocks below it. And of course we have issues here where I'm sure that base is migrating out from underneath the step, and that'll continue to be an issue.